Hello everyone. Well, we've had some technical problems, but I think the Hangout is working now. So let me just ask out there. Okay, now people are coming in. Okay. Yes, we had some technical problems. I couldn't get the Hangout to start, but I think it's working now. So let me just do a quick introduction and then we'll get started. Okay? I'm just going to ask everyone to turn your microphone off for just a second as we get started. So we're going to do the last part of our talking about customer service unit. In the final case study, we're going to role play a supplier customer service problem. In this case, the problem is caused by mostly cultural problems. Cultural expectations are different. And the only way to resolve the problem in this role play is going to be to use your phone skills. So we're going to review some of those key expressions in just a minute. First, a little bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your verbally teacher for this hour. I'm an American, I can't speak. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up, which means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new words and phrases that you're going to learn when you are speaking so I can correct you and give you feedback. Finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And on the screen right now, you're going to see our case study. In the last class, we did something kind of quickly to get us into the case study, sort of a quick introduction to it. But what I'd like to do is to spend the final 1 full class to really give you the practice that you need, because I think we only had 2 people participating in the group, so it wasn't really enough. So let's try it like this. First of all, let me give you the link to that in case you want to download it for yourself. You can follow along on screen, but you can also download it. So you're going to see presentation 4 in the chat window, and there's the link. And in the internal chat, I'm going to put the link there as well. Okay, so if you want a copy of it, there it is. What happened to my presentation? It's not there. There we go. Okay. And the reason I'm showing this to you, the reason I'm showing the link to you, is because I always put the extra information that you need in the presentation itself, even if it's not on the front page. So if you go to the last slide, 13, you have all of the key phrases we've learned for the functions that we need. The functions are how to request information, how to establish the facts of a problem when you're dealing with customers, how to clarify or check on those facts, how to promise action, and how to refer to time or deadlines. So you've got those key expressions which we're going to put into use today, things we've learned in the past. On the slide before, slide 11, I've got some extra information that came up in the practical part, when we had the practical speaking part about reassuring people on the phone. Things like, how awful, oh no, well, it sounds as if you did the best you could. So you'll see reassuring on the right and asking on the left. Between those 2 slides, you have all the key phrases that you should be practicing in this final case study. Okay? So let's get started as a group. Here we go. In the last class, we began by reading the actual background of the case study. We decided that Stephen Regan, lecturer in management economics, well, this is so short, maybe we ought to just read this. Let me just think if this is short enough to read, because I don't want to spend the whole class doing this. Let me just see 1 second. Brasilia, hold on. Let me just go and see if internal customer. We don't really need a background, actually. I'm just looking through the slides. Do we need it? Not really. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to skip the actual case study. The case study was just a customer service problem. But I do want to look at the background because it will help us be more objective, okay? So maybe what I'll do is, let me just say welcome back to everyone and hello to new faces. So we've got all of our regulars. Yuki, Daniel, Amir, Ishmael, nice to see you. Tati as well, nice to see you again. And Abel, you look like a new face to me. Am I right? Is this your first time?
Yes, teacher, I'm new in your class.
Very, very good. And where are you from, Abel?
I'm from Argentina.
From Argentina. It must be very early in the morning in Argentina right now.
Not so early. It's 7:15.
That's pretty early. You should be asleep, Abel. Go back to sleep. Okay. So Abel, in the other classes, we've done, this is our 8th class, our final class in the series. In the other classes, although these are conversation classes, business conversation classes, we've worked on 2 sets of vocabulary words to help with customer service. We've learned a set of key phrases, specifically when you're having trouble on the phone, you've got to deal with a problem through the phone. We then looked at a practical situation where you had to reassure someone at work. It's going to come up in this situation as well. So we're going to try to take all of those things, put them together into a simulation that we'll do as a group. That's our plan. Okay? So Abel, to get us to think about this a little more objectively, why don't you read the background for us, where it says expert view. Why don't you take the text on the right, okay? And then maybe I could have Amir continue on the, I'm sorry, Abel, you take the one on the left, and Amir, you continue on the right. I want to remind you of this because I think it's a good thing to keep in mind as we do our activity. Okay, so Abel, can you read for us on the left?
Okay, teacher. The expert view. Expectations of what constitutes good customer service are always influenced to a degree by cultural values.
By cultural, repeat, cultural.
Cultural.
Good. The L is very, you don't even say the L. Imagine there's no L in that word. Take it out. Cultural.
Cultural.
I hear the L, but it's okay. Cultural.
Cultural.
Good.
Oh, my.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
My little dog barking. Okay.
It's okay.
So a disagreement between 2 businesses over a customer service issue may be as much about different expectations and attitudes as about the business issue itself. If one party believes they are dealing with the problem in an acceptable way, it may be.
Stop there. Okay, and Amir, continue for us on the right.
It may be difficult for them to understand why the other party is not satisfied with their response. When dealing with a customer service inquiry in an international context, it's important always to consider what outcome the other person is looking for. What are they really concerned about? And what do they expect to happen?
Okay, good. So, customer service has to do also with things that might not be obvious to you in your culture. That's what they're getting at here. In the first class when we read this, we called this putting yourselves in the shoes of the customer. It's not just what they want, it's not just the outcome, but it could be something else that they expect that they're not able to say. You've got to keep that in mind if it's a different culture. Here's an example. I'm American. If I'm talking to someone on customer service, like on the call center or something like that, I would expect them, as an American, to, well, probably to personalize the service because that's what I'm used to. So in America, in a call service, in a call center, they're all trained to use your first name and kind of treat you like they know you. Now, maybe for a European, that's a little bit odd, right? Because we would expect a more formal way of speaking. Just as an example. So perhaps that would be offensive. People will think, oh, they're being too friendly, they don't know me. Whereas for an American, if they're too formal, we'll feel like we're being condescended to. Just as an example. Okay? Has anyone had an experience like that using a call center? Besides, and I'm not talking about language problems, I'm saying really cultural issues. Has anyone had an experience like calling customer service and having for example, different expectations than you might have been expecting, different expectations from the other party than what you might have expected? Anything like that? Just out of curiosity.
I get used to good service in Japan, so it is for me it is normal to have a good customer service when I call to a call center. But before, when I come back to Japan, for a short time, when I call my computer has broken, so I call to the call center. But this service is it seems to me that its service is not so good. So I think famous service, well-known Japanese service, maybe the quality of the Japanese service become worse now.
What was the difference? What happened when you came back?
The difference is that before, when we call to service center, a response is very quickly and very prompt response we can expect the prompt answer, but this time I have a very irritated by the very long time.
So there were delays, maybe.
Yes, the delay of reply and not appropriated answer.
Really?
Yes. Like we have to. I'm just a customer service. I don't know. I have to ask technical person. So you have to wait a little. But after that, they didn't call back to me. How much time I waited. So.
Okay, so I wonder what happened. And what about the rest of you? Have you had any experiences like that? Just out of curiosity. Daniel, Ishmael, Abel, just out of curiosity, have you had similar experiences? Were you pleasantly surprised or unpleasantly surprised when you had to deal with a customer service issue?
No, I have some problems, but it's not cultural problems. It was just they are so structured, and when you present a different problem, they just follow a protocol, and it's impossible to bring them outside the box.
What was the problem you were calling about?
I had a problem with my cell phone.
Right.
And I have an antenna problem, and I was presenting my problem, and they follow a protocol to take off the battery and so on.
Right,
the problem persists, and they didn't know how to proceed without if the problem wasn't fixed. It was a kind of weird. Like they have some key procedures, and that's it.
Yes, it reminds me of if I ever have any kind of a issue with the what do you call it, the broadband service here. No matter what the problem is, they tell you to restart the computer and restart the router, right?
Yeah.
But I've been teaching online for 4 years or 5 years, 4 years, I think. I can't remember. I mean, working almost exclusively online. I know quite a bit about computers, and I usually call saying, you know, don't ask me to restart my computer. It's not the problem. Don't ask me to restart the router. It's not the problem. First thing out of my mouth, and I say something like, look, is there a technical problem on the line? Well, first, we're going to have a technician call you, right? And then the technician calls. Can you please turn off your computer and turn it on again? It's always the same thing. But actually, the problem is that the router for the neighborhood needs to be restarted, right? The node itself, or the one even there at the central office. It depends on how far you are from the center. They're often the ones that go down. And your local router in the house is affected because when there's a interruption in service, sometimes it'll stay on, but it won't distribute the signal anymore. So it's usually something like that. I find that really annoying because it means that they're not listening. And I expect them to actually, don't ask me why, but I expect them to actually listen to me. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I don't know. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take those experiences and see if we can apply them here. We started to do this, but we kind of ran out of time. So we're going to spend the class doing, first we'll start with this task, and then we'll see if we can open it up to something more like you've described. So our task is that you're going to make 2 phone calls, one each, between you and a partner. The partner will really be the whole class. Okay, so we'll each get a chance to make the call, but we'll respond as a group perhaps. That would be the easiest way. In the call, we're going to deal with an internal and external customer to your company, the one that you're going to be a part of in the simulation. Everyone is going to read each situation and then receive and make the call, the appropriate call. On slide, what is this? 7, we've actually done this briefly, but on slide 7, you've got A and B. Give me a second here. Let me see how I did this. Yeah, okay. Situation 1 is on slide 7. Situation 2 is in slide 8. And then we're going to go over the answers here and give a score. Okay, we're going to try it like that. So, here's what we're going to do. Let me just see if I've done this right. Okay, so we're going to kind of, I guess, take turns. So maybe what I can do is have yeah, let's do it like this. We're going to try to respond as a group, but one person is going to be the initial caller. Then we'll give a second person a shot. Then we're going to go to situation 2 in the second part, and we'll have the other 2 people go, and then we'll be responding. Remember, if you're the one calling, your information is on the right side. If you're the one answering, which will be the rest of us, our information will be on the, I think I said that backwards. If you're calling, your information is on the left, and the rest of us, the information will be on the right. All right? So, Abel, since this is your first class, I'd like you to be the very first caller. I want you to look at the information on the right side. Okay? Do you see it there?
Yeah, the right or the left?
Sorry, yeah, I did it again. I meant the left.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. So,
yeah, I read the paragraph.
Yeah, let's read through it really quickly, and
Okay.
then maybe Yuki, I'll ask you to read student B, and Daniel, Ishma, and Yuki, we're going to be student B responding to him. Okay? All right. So go ahead, Abel. Read through
Okay.
the information on student A for us.
Okay, student A, situation. You work in marketing and recently ordered a print advert to be placed in an internal magazine. You have noticed some errors which must be corrected before the ad goes to print. Your superior is angry and wants confirmation that things can be amended ASAP. call your advertising agency about the changes.
Just repeat.
Problem.
Just repeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have noticed some errors. Errors.
Errors. Errors.
Errors. It's an at the end, not or, but Error.
Error.
Almost. It's more of an like bird. Say bird.
Bird.
Error.
Error.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, better. Okay, tell us about the problem.
Problem. Misspelled name. Not Catherine, but Katerina. Wording. Change contact information to Chocorolo, damned,
Blah, blah, blah,
and
blah.
let's say, yeah, to appear twice monthly, not weekly.
So, 3 problems that need to be cleared up in the advert. 3 problems. Do you understand the 3 problems? Are they clear?
Yeah.
Abel? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And when's your deadline?
Deadline by Thursday instead of Tuesday.
No,
Tuesday.
today's Tuesday in our role play. Today is Tuesday.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
means you've only got 2 days to get this right.
Okay.
All right. And Yuki, I think this is the one we'd started in the last class, but could you read the information that you, me, Daniel, and Ishmael are going to respond to?
Okay, student B. 1. Situation. You work in graphics in advertising agency. There are a lot of campaigns starting at the moment. You receive a call from a customer. Make a note of the problems and clarify any information that isn't clear. Action. Decide which course of action you can promise. You promise all changes and can be made in time for the deadline. B. You need to check details with the magazine publishers and try to change things with them. Ad has already been sent. We'll get back to customer by the end of the week. C. It's too late to make any changes as the ad has been sent. The ad was sent for proofreading to your client weeks ago, so it isn't ready your fault.
Okay, good. So we're going to try each of these twice, each situation twice. So
Okay.
whatever we choose in the first situation, we cannot choose in the second situation. We need different outcomes.
Mhm.
Don't forget going to slides 13 and 12 for your key information. Okay, because we're going to be, in our conversation, we must request some information, establish facts, clarify those facts when the person explains them, promise action, that's us, that's the 3 of us, the 3 of you, I should say. I'm just going to be listening. And finally, refer to time and deadlines, because that will come up as well. All right? So that means that Abel, you should have this open, all of us should, but Abel, since you're new, you should also have this open so that you can quickly take a look at some of those key expressions on page 13 as well. Okay, because you need to use these to get them into your head and practice. Is that clear, Abel?
It's clear. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to keep our task on the screen on page 7, but try to refer to page 13 as we do this. Okay?
Okay.
So Abel, you're going to be calling, and maybe I could have, maybe let's try it like this. Maybe Ishmael and Yuki, you both could take the call, and then maybe me and Daniel we'll do it in the second time or something like that. No, let's do it like this. I want to make this so that you all have a chance to talk equally. Why don't we do this? Abel, you make the first call. Ishmael and Yuki, you take turns responding to him, okay? But you're only going to choose one course of action. So whatever you go, whoever goes first, whether it's Yuki or Ishmael, you've got to choose A, B, or C and stick to it. Afterwards, Daniel and Abel will be responding, and one of you will be calling. Okay, whoever decides, we'll switch roles. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Everyone ready? Ready! Abel, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. The phone is ringing. Who's going to answer first, Ishmael or Yuki?
Me, maybe, yeah.
Yuki's going to answer first. That means that Yuki's going to speak first, but Ishmael, you're going to be responding after Yuki. You're going to kind of take turns dealing with the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear, Ishmael?
Yes.
Okay, because it's a little bit complex what we're doing, but I think we can pull it off. All right, I'll be the phone.
B section?
Yeah,
No,
yeah. You're on student B. You're on student B. But whatever whichever action Yuki decides, you have to continue with that action for the first simulation.
Okay.
I'll call. I'll receive the call. Yeah.
Yeah, you're receiving. That's right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm the telephone. So Abel, get ready. You're dialing and I'm calling. Here we go. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello. Yuki. Yuki Advertising. Yuki speaking.
Okay, Yuki, good morning. I'm Abel. I'm calling regarding a situation with an ad we just sent to be published. We have some problems like...
what seems to be the problem?
Okay, we have in fact 3 problems. One of them is that in the advertising is not Catherine but Katerina. The other problem is we have to change the information to chocorolo@damped.com, and the third one is that the publication, the ad have to appear twice monthly, not weekly. Can you give me? Yeah.
Let me get this straight. What you are saying is you made a mistake in spelling, yeah? So you want to correct it, right?
I'm not sure about that, but we need to change that.
Wait a second. What do you mean you're not sure? Abel, what do you mean you're not sure? You have to be sure about the problem.
But
no, about the problem, yeah, but not. I understand that they were referring that we have the mistake.
Okay,
we made the mistake.
I repeat. Let me get this straight. What you are saying is you made a mistake in advertising. You had misspelling. So you'd like to correct it, right?
Yes, I have to correct.
Okay.
The 3 mistakes.
Okay, good. Ishmael, you're going to respond to the next problem that he has. Are you ready, Ishmael?
Yes, I am ready.
And Yuki hasn't chosen an action yet, so that means you're free to choose which action, if it comes up, but let's find out. Okay, Abel, I want you to continue.
Mm-hmm.
So you've talked about the first problem.
Yeah.
What about the other 2?
Okay, Ismail. Okay.
Yes, Abel. Mr. Abel, may I help you?
Yes, good morning, Ismail. You can help me for sure. I have a problem. I need to change the contact information we provided to chocorolo@damped.com. Can you fix that? Can you change that?
Oh, no. What a pity. It is too late to make any change as the ID has been sent, Mr. Abel.
Wait. You are A.
A?
No. No, he's with you. You and Ishmael are both going to be responding. Abel is going to be calling, so he's student B as well. I'm just giving you
the selection A. So you promise all changes.
Ishmael. Yuki chose A. That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah. You have selection. I'm sorry.
So
Okay,
let's
Mr.
do this.
Abel.
Ishmael, let's go back a little bit. Why don't you start by establishing the facts, using that key expression on 13 to establish one of those, to establish the facts and make sure that the problem is clear. So establish, get him to answer, clarify if necessary, and then you can promise action afterwards, okay? So let's take it back a little bit, Ishmael. Can you establish the facts?
Okay. Uh, Mr. Abel, could you explain exactly what the problem is?
Yes, of course, Ismail. In the advertising we have sent, we put an email that is not correct, and we need to change the contact information to another email. Okay?
Yes, yes, I understand. As I understand correctly, that you want to change email information at the AD, right?
Yeah, right. That's right.
Okay, it is not a problem. We can change the email information. If you send us a correct email, we can change. We have time
Okay.
for this.
Okay, Ismail, one more detail.
Wait, one
We
second. Wait, Abel.
Okay, okay.
I want you to read him the correct email address. Okay?
Okay, okay.
I want you to read it to him because I want to hear you say those words and symbols.
Okay, I don't know how do you say arroba.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Daniel, in Spanish we say arroba. What do we say in English? Let's see if Daniel knows. Daniel?
Arroba?
Daniel? Are you there?
Daniel is sleeping.
No, I think he's having a mic problem. He had a connection. Oh, his mic doesn't work. Uh-oh. Daniel, maybe you can re-enter. Maybe you need to re-enter the Hangout. I also had Hangout problems today. Okay, does anyone know how to say that symbol between the CH word and the D word?
Just at the mark? No?
At.
So, Abel.
Hello?
Ah, there we go, Daniel.
Okay.
There we go.
Can you spell it, please, for me?
Yeah, look in the chat window. At.
Yeah.
AT.
At. Okay, at. Okay.
Very good. So, I want you to spell it for him because over the phone, that's all you would have. You just have your voice and nothing else. So I want you to spell it for him. And Ishmael, let's see if... I know that you can see... You know what I want you to do, Abel? I don't want you to use that email address. I want you to use a different email address. Okay?
Okay.
Not
Which
your
one?
not your real email. I don't want the internet getting your real email, okay?
Okay.
But I want you to make up an email, and Ishmael, you're going to write the email that he says in the chat window to make sure that we got it right, okay?
Perfect.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go for it.
Okay, Ismail. The email address is as follows. I'm going to spell it to you. Is P E P I T O at gmail.com.
Okay, can you put that in the chat window for us, Ishmael? Did he put it? I don't see it.
Yes.
You did?
In Verbling chat.
In the Verbling chat? I don't see it. That's weird. Oh, look, I'll write. It's okay. I'll write the one that I heard. Does everyone see that? So, Abel, do you see the one that I wrote in the Verbling chat?
No.
Okay, the Verbling chat isn't working, so go to the group chat inside the Hangout and take a look at the one that I wrote.
Yes, that's perfect.
Ishmael, did you have the same as me? Look at the one in the group chat. Ah, he heard it differently. He heard it differently.
Yes.
So listen, Abel.
Yeah.
What technique are you going to use for the next time to make sure that he understands what letters? What can you say
the aircraft's code. For example.
That's right.
International alphabet.
That's right. Alpha,
That's right.
Charlie, Tango, Foxtrot, Delta, Zebra, Eskimo. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say to make sure that he hears a P and not a B? What's the word for P?
Jon-Eric,
Papa.
did you hear really?
What's that?
Did you hear really this email address?
I really heard Pepito. Yeah, I really heard him say that. But that's because I have so many Spanish students that I know when they're trying to say P and B.
Yeah.
Because if I were you, I wouldn't know the difference, but I know what he's trying to say. Because I know that there's no such thing as a babito, but I know in Spanish there's a
Yuki,
babito.
what the?
Pepito is a friendly way to call Joe.
Yeah,
Say-
Pepe. Pepe.
Pepe.
Okay.
Everyone remember Giuseppe? He's like Pepito in Spanish. So I knew what he was trying to say. That helped. So you would say, listen, repeat after me, Abel. You would say, P as in what word? P as in?
Papa.
Peanut.
Okay, whatever you want to say. P as in peanut, P as in papa, P as in Papua New Guinea, P as in parachute. But you have to say as in. As in.
P as in.
That's right.
Yeah, protocol.
Right? Right. I'm going to write Papa, but you can see, I wrote Pap instead of Papa. But anyway, the key word is as in. That's it.
As
Okay?
in. Okay.
Okay, very good. And I wrote some other notes earlier, but I think that the VerbLink chat didn't work. So the two notes that I wrote, then we're going to switch roles in just a second here. But the two notes that I wrote before were, we have problems like. That's the first thing you said, Abel. We have problems like. If you say we have problems like implies a general problem. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's not really wrong, but I think you could be more clear if you said, maybe the problem is because you said we have problems like, and I'm expecting to hear a general thing. We have problems like communication issues. No, but what you were going to say something very specific. So, if you're going to be specific, you would say as. Maybe you would say, we have a communication problem as some people are not able to understand non-native speakers in the call center. So as is basically a specific problem. Or just say what the problem, or we have a problem in that. Maybe that's another thing you can say. In that, and then you explain. As, then you explain, to give a specific, to be more specific. The second thing I heard is, this is a minor point, but the second thing I heard is, we put in an email that is not correct. But the problem is you need to say email address.
Okay.
Not email, because email is the service, but email address is the actual thing that you had to spell. Okay, it's a minor point, but it just might confuse people.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and let's try it like this. Yuki, to finish up this role play, you've got to promise action, and you've already decided that you're going to go with action A. So what would you say to end the call to promise action? And then we'll give you one chance to respond. Okay? And then Daniel, you're going to be the caller, so you'll get a chance to. Go ahead, Yuki. How would you finish the call?
Okay, I got it. I'll do my best to correct the your misspells until the deadline. So don't worry about it, please.
He says, don't worry. And what would you respond, Abel?
Oh, okay, Yuki. I really appreciate your efforts and sorry about my mistakes.
Take it easy. That's okay.
Take it easy, dude.
You are best client for our company, so it's a special occasion for you.
All right, very good.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. In situation 2, Daniel, I'd like you to read student A on the left side for us.
You work in a marketing in the Lisbon office. Your company is decentralized.
You would say it like this: decentralized. Decentralized.
Decentralized. Your company is decentralized. Departments are responsible for own office area and finance.
Finance.
You are holding an international meeting in the Barcelona office and need
Barcelona. Barcelona? No. You have to say it like we do. Barcelona.
Barcelona. Okay. You are holding an international meeting in the Barcelona office and need to reserve 2 meeting rooms and equipment. Call to discuss your needs.
Discuss.
Call to discuss your needs.
Okay, is the situation clear, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, great. Ishmael, could you read the problem for us?
Problem.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago you were quoted €1,000 for the rooms. Is this correct?
Euro or euro?
Euro.
Euro. Good. Keep going.
Is this correct? Need a code for the use of two data projectors and video conferencing equipment. Must have room rental agreement forms and confirmation for your procurement department as soon as possible. Deadline next Wednesday. Today is Thursday.
That's right. So you've got less than a week. Okay? And Yuki, the situation for the responders.
Okay. Situation. Your company is decentralized, so every department is responsible for its own office area and finances. You are the PA for marketing, and you cooperate the booking of meeting rooms, equipment, etc., and issue offers and invoices for use of the rooms by other departments. It's a busy time of year. You receive a call from a colleague in Lisbon. Make a note of the problems and clarify any information that isn't clear.
Is the situation clear so far?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you think a PA means in this context?
PA, I think PA for marketing, personal, no, public announcement, no.
I think your first guess was right.
Personal acquaintance?
Assistant. Yeah, so it's probably
personal assistant.
Probably personal assistant, I would assume. It's not clear to me either, but I would assume it's an assistant. There's two possibilities: personal assistant or production assistant. Because in the film industry we say PA for production assistant. That means young kids in film school that are helping out and they don't really know the job yet. So it could be the case that there's a production assistant for marketing. In any case, it's the same job. It doesn't matter. It's people that are doing the legwork, the running around. Okay, so organizing things or doing the scheduling, organizing, that kind of stuff. All right? And Daniel, could you read our action choices for us?
Yes. Decide which course of action you can promise.
Promise.
Good.
Promise.
Check everything's free, but also check options from other departments and send new quote by the end of the week. B. Deny giving the original quote and ask for the information again in writing.
Say that again. Deny giving the what quote? Giving the
Deny giving the original quote.
Original.
Original.
Yeah, I got to hear the j sound. Original.
Original.
Good.
Deny giving the original quote and ask for the information again in writing. You'll reply sometime next week. Check all rooms and equipment are free and send a new quote by this afternoon.
That's right. Okay. So we're going to get two phone calls, two short phone calls. One to Ishmael and one to Yuki. You're both going to choose different courses of action this time. We're going to have actually two separate phone calls. All right? Okay. So we're going to follow our key expressions just as before. And we're going to see how different responders respond with different courses of action. Are we all ready? Daniel, ready to make the call?
Who am I?
You're the caller. You're student A. You're the caller.
Okay.
Are you ready, Daniel?
Ring, ring, yes. Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Who's answering first?
Marketing. It's marketing section. Yuki speaking. How can I help you?
Hello, Yuki. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How's everything?
Okay. I will tell you I'm responsible for holding an international meeting in Barcelona in your installations.
Wait. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling for your own company.
So you're a colleague.
I'm calling from from Lisbon office.
Lisbon.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm Daniel Corral, and I would like to know if a couple weeks ago I asked for a quote for a couple of rooms for a meeting. I would like to know if the quote there has been the same price, 1,000 euros.
Okay, let me check with it. Could you, sorry.
Establish the facts first. Make sure that the facts are clear, because I had a little trouble following what he was saying at first, because Daniel is trying to figure out what the problem is and explain it at the same time, which is normal.
Okay, I see. I understand the situation. Could you give me the date you reserved and the type of room?
Okay, the date is the next Thursday. The next Wednesday. Today is Thursday.
Okay, can you tell me when you sent it to us? Reservation.
I send it a couple of weeks ago, maybe.
Okay, let me check where. Oh, I found. Okay, we received your reservation. Yes, it cost 1,000 euro for the room. It's correct.
Okay, I would like to know too. I'm going to need a couple of projectors, video conferencing equipment, and I would like to know how cost it will be for the rent of this device.
How what? Do that again, Daniel. I'd like to know how.
I would like to know how it will cost.
How it will cost. Okay.
If I understand you correctly, you need a projector and video conferencing equipment for the conference. Yeah.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right. Okay, I'm afraid I need some time. I need I need some time to think about no. How to say? It takes a little time. So let me give a time to
Let me check it and get.
uh,
Let me check
let
it
me check.
and get
Let me check and
get
get
back
get
to
back.
you.
Okay, let me check and get back to you after. Uh, oh, is it okay?
Okay. My deadline for know about this question, it will be the end of this week. I would like to know the quote for the
Give
use
by what day?
by by the end of this week,
By the end of this week.
maybe
Okay.
Friday afternoon
O-
at the latest.
Okay. By the Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
By the end of this week. Okay. I'll send you back. I'll I'll get you back the answer until tomorrow.
Okay.
So could you wait a little?
Okay. And
Could you
then
could you wait a
for
little? Could you wait a little means wait now.
Uh,
You mean what you said is fine. I should be able to get back to you by tomorrow. So you shouldn't have any. So you'll get it well before the deadline because he wants it by Friday and tomorrow is whatever. So I should be able to get back to you well before the deadline. Let me stop here for just a minute. Daniel, in the chat window, you'll notice two comments.
okay.
You said I need it by the next Wednesday. You should have said I need it by this coming Wednesday. Do you know why?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Coming.
fine.
Yes.
Okay, because you said did next Wednesday in American English it means something different than British English. I believe they have a difference. Anyway, there's a confusion between what next means
Okay.
for us. So next usually means next week.
Mm-hmm.
If I say next Friday, that should mean the end of this week. It should, but some people get that confused with the Friday after. So it's better to say the
It's
closest date you say coming. It's just
okay.
it's more clear. The second comment, instead of saying how it will cost, you would say how much, of course, because it's quanto, how much.
Mm-hmm.
And you can ask in different ways. How much would it be for? Or what would the price be for? Or could you give me a quote for?
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
We're going to try the call again. We got to be a little quick. How much will it? Doesn't work, Yuki. How much will it be?
B.
Yeah, you got to have the be. How much will it be for? Exactly. Okay, we're a little bit over time. Do you have a minute or two, Ishmael,
Yes.
or do you need to go? Ishmael, you there?
Yes.
You have a minute?
Yes.
Okay, if we've got a minute, let's try the call again. A little bit shorter, but I want to give Daniel a chance to do a better introduction to his problem because it was a little bit confusing. So Daniel, I want you to identify yourself right away,
Okay.
who you are, where you're calling from, and what the issue is in general. Those three
Okay.
things right off the bat. Ishmael, you're going to respond, but you're going to choose a different course of action than Yuki chose. So Yuki chose, I think, letter A. Checks that everything's
And
free.
B also.
You did B?
Because then I denied giving the original quote now.
Oh, okay. So Ishmael, you're going to have to choose C. That's the only thing left.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. The phone
Ring,
rings and it's Daniel calling. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello. This is Ismail speaking from marketing department. How can I help you?
Hello, I'm Daniel Corral. This is Daniel Corral. I'm calling from Lisbon office of your own company. Uh, I would like to check to confirm. I asked for a quote.
Wait. You got to start by giving the problem in general and then give him a chance to respond. So what can you say in general that covers all three issues? What's the
Uh,
general issue?
uh, the the quote value.
Okay, so then you would
Check the quote.
good. Okay, so I'm Daniel. I'm calling from the Lisbon office of your own company, and I need to check on some price quotes.
Okay. I
Okay,
need to.
that way you're not overwhelming him with information. If you say all that in the beginning, he's going to be lost.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I need to check a quote. You told me.
I need to check on a quote that you gave me.
I need to
Check
check
on.
I need to check a quote on you gave me.
Check on a quote. Check on a
Check
quote.
on a quote. Okay. I need to
It
check
sounds
on
better.
a quote you gave me.
So Ishmael, you can establish the facts, then go on to clarify them, and then promise action.
Okay, Daniel, could you explain exactly what the problem is?
Good.
I would like to check the quote for a couple of rooms for a meeting in Barcelona for the coming week. On coming week.
Either way. Ishmael?
Ismail.
We lost Ishmael.
As I understand correctly,
Oh, he's back. Okay.
You gave me the quote 2 weeks a week. 2 weeks ago. A couple of rooms for a meeting in Barcelona.
yes, Daniel, I understand you. I checked all rooms and equipment are free. And
Really?
yes, and I will send a new quote by this afternoon. Is it okay for you?
Okay. I'll need a couple of projector and video conference equipment.
You
too.
need or you also need. Are you giving a new request now?
I'll also.
Yeah, you got to really signal that with an
Okay.
and word, like I also, additionally, furthermore. Make sure it's really clear it's something new.
Okay. I also need a couple of data projectors and video conference equipment for the meeting room. Could you provide me?
Yes, Daniel, we have 2 data projectors and video conferencing equipment, and all of them are free. I can provide for you.
Free too. Oh, really? My boss will be happy.
Daniel, you
Yes.
better clarify what free means.
Okay. Could you tell me what free means?
No, don't ask like that. Look, let's do this. Does
Daniel,
free mean available, or does free mean it costs nothing?
Cost zero? Zero?
No, Daniel, I mean all rooms and equipments are available for you. I will
Okay.
send you a new,
not free of cost.
not free of cost. I will send you a new code by this
Okay.
afternoon for all things what you want from us.
Okay. I'll need it for the Friday coming.
For
At
this
the
this
least.
coming Friday. This coming Friday sounds better. This coming Friday
Just coming Friday.
sounds better. Yeah, it's very clear.
At the latest.
Okay, it's not a problem, Daniel.
Okay. Thank you.
What can you say to say a nice goodbye, Daniel? Besides thank you. Well,
Thank
actually,
you.
it's actually Ishmael who should clarify whether or not there's anything else, right, Ishmael? Because you're the customer service rep, so you don't want to end the call thinking that there may be something he's forgotten or not said. So how could you clarify that before we go? What would you say to make sure that he's covered everything? I can give you a suggestion if you like.
I'll get back to you shortly.
That's true, but maybe you ought to do this. What do you think about a quick summary of what you're going to take care of, and then just to verify that it's everything on his list?
Okay. Daniel, as I understand correctly, that I will check all rooms and equipment are available for you and send you a new quote by this afternoon. Is it okay for you?
Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you'll do your best.
No. Of course he's going to do his best. Thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Thank you very much.
I look forward.
I look forward.
Okay,
I look forward
to speaking.
You speaking?
Speaking with you soon.
And I look forward to speak with you soon.
Speaking.
Okay, I look forward to speaking with you soon.
That's it. When you say I look forward to, it's always followed by the gerund. You can say anything you like. Speaking, talking, writing, listening, drinking with you, whatever you're going to do, it's an ing. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to speaking with you soon. All right. We're over time. We've really got to stop. Thank you for having patience, because I wanted to do both situations and give you lots of practice. Was any of this helpful?
Yes.
Of course, it helps.
Sweating.
It would be helpful.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity for practice.
Well, I didn't have back-to-back classes, so I could give a little extra time. Daniel, with these expressions that I corrected you on, because I was correcting the callers more than the receivers, and Abel already left, so I can't talk to him. But for these corrections, what can you do to get them into your everyday use, Daniel? What can you do to get these notes in the chat window into your head? What do you think you can do? Any ideas?
I'll try to improve with this expression.
Not good enough. You got to do something concrete.
Just repeating.
Repeating is a good idea. Absolutely. That means you could listen to the class again on YouTube, and listen, write it down, write down the conversation, and then just repeat it. If you want it
hard.
No, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's just
I would be nervous when I repeatedly I am watching how poor I'm speaking.
But you'll get over it very quickly. That's a psychosis that disappears very quickly, because it gets boring to be nervous, so you lose it quickly. But listen, I like Yuki's suggestion, and I think we could turn that into a technique. Go back to one of our conversations in the class. Go to my YouTube channel, right? Go to this video when it gets published a little later. Listen again to the first or second listen to your conversation again. Write it down as a dialogue. Just transcribe it, and then practice it, right? If you like, transcribe it, send it to me in the Verbling chat system or the message system, and I'll make sure that it's written correctly.
Okay.
That would be a good idea. Then you know that it's correct, and you can practice it on your own. All of you can do that Okay, all of you can do that if you have the patience, and then listening and repeating it's fine. It's a good way. You can just read it and practice it on your own. Okay, we're going to start a brand new unit in tomorrow's class. I don't remember what it's on. I'll tell you tomorrow, but it'll be very good. I promise.
Thank you. You have a
Hi.
great enthusiasm for teaching.
Thank
I
you.
greatly appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my lack of sleep. I'm
Thank you.
delirious. That's what it is. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.
Bye for now.
John.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye,
Take
guys.
care.
See you.
See you.